family. Greetings, sisters and brothers. Okay, so I am my sister's keeper. I'm also my brother's keeper, but I'm focusing on the sisters because we have some work to do. Um, I'm going to be speaking on this a lot, and so this will not be as complete as I would like it to be, and it's going to be something that will just unfold. So here we go. I speak this from personal experience, sisters. This is for the sisters and the brothers, actually. I speak this from personal experience. And I'll say, us sisters must humble ourselves. We must um, not allow ourselves to be changed into men. It's very, very important that that does not happen because that is taking place right now in our community. And we're taking on these ideas that it's okay to be like a man. And if you're like a man, then there'll be no mama. And it's very important that there's a mom and these roles are not mixed up and neglected. But there's so many different avenues to go on this, but I'm just focusing on just one thing, and it's submission. Um, I am an Aries female, very, very strong. I am the strongest Aries female that I've met and that I know personally. And I have a personal history with being the strong, powerful Aries woman, that has to lead, never follows, must get the last word, and all these things. And I don't know if I'm here for younger sisters or for older sisters or sisters in the middle. But what I would like to do with my channel is I would like to shed light on how and why we need to shed this beast mode. It is not cool. And it's been put on us. And it's been put on us through the taking away of the family, taking away of the tribe. The tribe was first and then the family. So not only do we need to, no, I'm not going to get into all that. I'm just focus on one thing right now. Submission. Not only do we need to get back into a place where we can be submissive to our men in a proper manner and for the right kings and chiefs, not for these suckers. Once we can do that and really build families, that is the goal. Okay? So this is for the sisters that can't keep a man or just cannot keep a man happy because they have a bad attitude, or sisters that think it's okay to be a man and care and have manly ways about themselves and carry out themselves like a man. We're not talking about biology and all this other stuff. We're just talking about natural women that are women and want to be with men. If you want to be with a man, you have to be a woman. Unless you want your man to be a woman. You have to play your position. Your position is female. So you have to play the female role. You should wear the dresses in your home. It's not cool for you to wear the pants in your home. It's not cool for you to be the mother and the father. And if you are the mother and the father, don't say you're the mother and the father. Because you're not. It's very important that we don't get caught up in these feminist ways and all this new age stuff that's taking us further away from our culture. That's their culture. Let them do their thing. Let them explore their sexuality and let them explore all these different types of families and different types of things. And we need to go ahead and go on back to where we came from. And we came from tribal families with gender order. Okay? And if you think that anything else works, look at what mess we're in now. If you think that anything else needs to be done, look at what mess we're in now. And I don't know what kind of mess you're in personally, but or I'm not in a mess because I made a decision to tribe up and create what I want a long time ago. So I'm not in a state of dismay. And I'm working more and more towards the reality that I want in regards to this family and this tribe. But you need to first get a man and keep one. And if you are a beautiful woman and you can't keep a man because of your attitude or because of your inability to submit, let me tell you, sisters, you have been socially engineered. You've been programmed. You've been programmed to hate your man, hate our man, and hate yourself. I hope you don't hate yourself. And I hope you don't hate your man, our man, because that puts you that much further off the path of where you need to be. So understand that, it's very important for you to submit to a good man. And when I say submit, I don't mean do whatever he wants you to do. A good man is not going to make you do anything that's bad for you or out of your character. With a good man, you're safe in his hands. You're safe in his hands, you know. But you have to get to the point where it's okay to submit when you have to, and I've noticed that if you just align yourself with that energy and understanding of our place as women and as nurturers and providers for the love and the food and the health of the family, if you accept your role in that area, your life will flourish. We're moving into this age where there's all these opportunities and people are throwing out the normal roles that have kept us here for all these years. Without these roles, we would not be here. So all this new stuff is going to destroy. It's going to rip further at the fabric of who we are as humans. And because it all starts in that family dynamic. You have to be able to submit to a good man. What does that mean? What does submit look like in the real world? If your man gets home from work and you know he gets home from work at a certain time and you always have his food ready, that is something to honor about yourself and your family. That is not something to feel bad about. That is something to cherish and honor, and that is something that we cherished and honored. Now, if your brother cooks, if your man cooks, great. I'm just giving an example of things that might be considered submission, and it's just normal things. If a man is talking, you don't talk over him. Like, don't do that. We do that too much. We don't need to do that. So what I'm doing is thinking about things that were either problems for me or things that I would do or would not do for my man, and why I could not keep one when I was in my 20s. I'd always run a man off, and they'd always tell me, it was my attitude or my inability to submit, trying to be beast, boss, bitch. That's what this culture would like to make you. They don't want you to be goddess, mama, queen, empress. They don't want your home to be your first priority. They don't want your man going out with a full belly and a nice sack of food with him that you prepared because you're there and you're together. They don't want that. They want, they want everybody divided and fending for themselves. And we need to submit so that we can cohabitate again, so we can be together again, and so we can have families that endure again, and then build those families out into more and more. But we can't do that if we're so petty that we can't submit to normal gender roles that have kept the human family on this planet all this time. So whatever your issue is with submission, or your attitude, or popping off, or not being quiet, or talking over the man, please try to submit for the only reason of support for the family. Because you will not keep a real man if you speak over him, or yell at him, or speak down on him. If you got to do all that, he's not a king. You got the wrong one. You got to get one that already knows the game. You got to get one that you don't have to teach everything to. Now, granted, you're going to have to teach all of them, because we're mama. We're the natural teachers. So you're going to have to teach the best of them a thing or two, but not too many things. The real kings, they know what to do. And the ones that don't, it doesn't take that much to get them to understand what you like and what you would want. So we want to work on this. We want to work on letting that man talk, not getting hot and bothered and irritated and popping off. We have to work on not yelling. See, we have a lot of generational trauma from what these people have came here and done to us. We've had a lot of generational trauma, a lot. And what's happened is they're making everyone men, or they want to make the men women, but they're making everyone independent. We're not cavemen. We didn't come from cold caves. We are villagers. We're tribal people. We're sun people. So we have a whole different need. We have a whole different set of needs for our environmental and family standards and social standards. And you're seeing all this depression because we're outside of that. We are alone, living like this caveman does. See, he's made you like him. He's made you just like him. And he's selling you shit that he don't even buy. So wake up, snap out of that. You're not even living in your own culture. So everything you do, ask yourself, whose culture is this? Was this put on me? Or is this something that I've always done? Is this something that we always done? And we're not living the way we used to live. And this is the problem. So A1, it starts with you, your personality, your character, how you talk, how you speak. It starts with you and the relationships that you can keep. In order to build a family, you have to keep a man to build that family. So submit to him respectfully. And accept that you deserve better. You deserve to not have the world on your shoulders. You deserve to not pay all the bills. You deserve to not have to worry about how everybody's going to eat. That is not supposed to be your responsibility, Keisha, Shantae, Tanisha, Shantae, Shaniqua, Tanisha, Layla, Lola, all of you sisters, you put way too much on your back because somebody sold you some bullshit, and the generation before us and before us, they kept buying it. All of these freedoms. Keep giving me freedoms. All the freedoms I really needed, I already had. We've got the right to vote and go to work and lost our damn minds and left the house. Left the house, put the kids with strangers. And for what? What the, man? So listen, let's go back to the basics. Find a good man that's worthy of being in submission to. If you live in California, move. Move. If you're having a hard time not seeing F boys, move, please. Please move to somewhere else. Because, in Texas, in New Orleans, it's crawling with brothers, real kings, real brothers, real chief materials. Real chief, king, godly material. They're back. They're back, sisters. So get ready, because they're not gonna submit. They're not gonna take you being the man. They're gonna want to be the man, and they're gonna want you to be the soft woman. And I'm telling you, from a woman that was not soft and was not interested in those roles. Yeah, I was a feminist. You know what I mean? So, and all that nonsense that somebody else put on me. I had all that in me. Yeah, I'm for the women. Yeah, I'm for all good humans. But I'm for the Melanite family, A1. And me acting like a caveman or a boss beast bitch is not conducive to me having a family. And I don't know where you can have a family and act like that. So, please, whatever your issues are, you know what they are. If you don't know what they are, listen to what you've been told. If you have not listened to what you've been told, go ask someone, why did you break up with me? Why didn't you marry me? Why don't you go take it further with me? I really want to know, what is it about me that makes you not want to go further with me, or whatever happened? And whatever they tell you, believe it. If you don't, ask somebody else, and I bet you they'll tell you the same thing about yourself. So you want to change. You don't want to wait till you're in your 30s. You don't want to wait until you're in your 40s. If you are, then that's fine too. But the sooner the better. Don't fall for the stuff that they're giving you. This is not your culture. Okay? So find a good brother and submit respectfully. And like I said, once you put that in your spirit, you won't really have to submit that much, because everything is natural. Everything you do is natural. He holds you down, should be paying most of the bills, and in return for that, you make sure he's never hungry. In more ways than one, ideally, if you can get it all together like that and get it popping like that, like you're supposed to, keep him well fed in all ways, and nourished, and yes. So even if he doesn't pay all the bills, he needs to be doing all those manly things, and get your family in a position where, a family business or something, where you can be at home and play your position but still have money coming in. And yeah, so anyway, submit respectfully. That's what our sisters need to learn. Alrighty? So we'll be talking more about that. And I would love to hear in the comment section from sisters from today, from 10 years from now, whenever you might see this video. I would love to know what you think and where you're at on this. All right? Be well.